All right, we got a box of National Treasures NASCAR. Now, the cool thing is National Treasures. The sad thing is I'm opening a box of NASCAR. I don't know why I bought this, but I did. And as I said before, I feel like the villain always opening cards on a comic book station. But nonetheless, I hope you all enjoy.
Hey, we got card people who watch us too, because we sell a little bit of everything.
Well, here we go, National Treasures. Yep. So this reminds me of the old boxes from back. Oh, it's a pack on top of a pack.
Oh, nice. Nice. It's a prism too.
Got a prism pack.
So we're gonna open first. Let's open the prism. Yeah.
First, so.
Yeah, these are kind of like the old boxes too.
Yeah.
They're not wooden still though.
Yeah, I remember you used to put my hand in the
right. And I said, put your hand in so I can do this. Go try it again.
I'm good.
You sure?
We've been opening National Treasures for a long time. So. Alright, so again, don't really know what's good in this box, don't know what's bad. Obviously, we know some of the big names.
We've been opening up National Treasures since it first came out, since the inaugural thing. Yep.
Martin Truex Jr., he won the whole thing a while back. Bubba Wallace.
Hey, how can you not like a guy just named Bubba?
Exactly, so.
I mean, except for a guy in jail. You know, it's
and then Denny Hamlin, so.
Really hoping for Kyle Busch.
Don't know what's good in this pack or what's bad. I'll have to check it out. I was hoping probably for like a 101. Yeah, we're hoping for, so for those not familiar with cards, we're hoping for something like a 101. And obviously to the top name, so Dale, it's childproof. Dale Jr., do you have a slicer? Because I can never open Dale Jr.
You're like a child.
Danica Patrick, probably.
Yeah, don't cut yourself, okay?
Yeah, maybe I should have you do this. I didn't sign the permission slip, so.
I want a Dale Sr.
Yeah, I would love that, but no, that's not going to happen.
He hasn't been signing autographs. He hasn't been signing autographs lately, right?
Sadly. He's the best ever, best of all time.
So,
this is I love Kyle Busch. He's the new Dale Senior. This one I actually think is pretty good. Haley Deegan. I don't know her, but since she's a girl NASCAR driver, she sells for a lot, and that one's I'm at 15. So
I don't really know. Can I take a look?
I think we're off to a good. Well, let me get to the next card. I just want to use this scroll through, and then I'll pass it along to you. So second card looks like a bunch of cards in there, as well as a booklet. John Hunt. I thought it was John Hunt. John Hunter Nemechek. I know the name Nemechek. Never heard John Hunter Nemechek, but it's number 25. Just one of the throw-ins, I guess. So again, we're looking more forward to the autographs.
This woman does trucks.
Yeah, she doesn't do NASCAR.
Yeah, she does a NASCAR truck series.
Yeah, she has a whole family into the racing circuit, I guess. It's like a smiley face here. It's got a couple. Looks like a smiley face.
It does look like a smiley face. Yeah. I like it too.
It's numbered 1 of 10. Daniel, I don't know who Daniel Hemrick is. This reminds me of the baseball National Treasures breaks, but cool card nonetheless. Chase Elliott, we know him. Number 25. Do you know Chase Elliott?
I definitely know Chase Elliott. As a matter of fact, I believe
tire.
I don't know this Hemrick guy.
No.
I believe one of the women that come in here, Christine.
Okay.
Smart. I think she named her kid after Chase Elliott.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, the kid's name's Chase.
Yeah.
Is there another?
Okay.
Is there another Chase?
No,
Yeah, Chase Elliott's a bit.
So.
Yeah, I think she named her kid after Chase.
Bill Elliott was his father, if you know him at all. I don't know who Alex Bowman is. I know I heard the name recently, but I don't know who he is. Number 15.
Alex Bowman?
Yeah.
Bowman? Yeah, he's...
Number 15. I don't watch much NASCAR. I go to the one in Loudon, New Hampshire every year, but that's pretty much the extent of it. Next one. William Byron. This is exciting TV here.
Like, I know this guy. I don't really watch NASCAR
the name
either.
William Byron too. Maybe one of these guys won the Daytona. Here's your other Busch, Kurt Busch.
Kurt Busch, yeah.
That's he's a great driver.
Yeah, he's a good driver.
Don't think his cards sell, but I mean I like Kurt Busch. This is cool. Richard Petty.
Yeah, there you go.
Number 99. We all know who Richard Petty is, the king. Not the best in my opinion. I think that's Dale Sr. But still, can't go wrong with Richard Petty. Or Kyle Busch. But this will go in my personal collection. So it's nice to be able to pull something from National Treasures that I'll be able to keep. So
yeah.
And then this is a booklet. So
yeah.
It's like a piece of sheet metal almost in there.
This is going to be great. I have a good feeling about this one.
I don't. Oh, Martin Truex Jr. Let's see if it's autographed too. No, but that's really cool though. That's the cool thing about NASCAR. They can have some great patches. Let's see if it's numbered. Numbered to 25. So, I mean, it's probably not worth a ton, but that's pretty cool. I mean, it's just cool. Like it's a giant piece of sheet metal. It would look nice with an autograph on it. But again, this is what the box is all about right here. The Richard Petty, number 99. Is it gonna make me my money back? Probably not. But again, being able to get one to put in my personal collection makes it worth it. Opening in front of Glenn makes it worth it too.
Yeah, it's always fun.
Opening in front of all of you makes it definitely worth it. Yeah. So thank you. I'll see you guys later, and make sure to visit Glenn.
Basket. Yeah. And go down and pick up my books on Wednesdays.
Right.
Now driving home, I had to go back up 28 you'd hit the couple sets of lights, right? I would be at the lights. I love this story. I mean, I thought the story was so good. I was reading it at the lights. I usually had the book read by the time I got home, because by the time I got off the highway and came back into Haverhill, I'd come up 125. I'd hit a couple more sets of lights, or the traffic was just so slow that sometimes you were actually stopped. I'd pick up the book. I'd be reading the comic. Oh, good, traffic's moving, and then I'd put it down and I'd start driving again. Yeah. But yeah, I was reading The Death of Superman on the way home from work. Every day.
Even the black bag one, you had to open the bag to get it.
I went down there. It's funny. I went down there on lunchtime to get my black to get it. I cracked open my black bag. Yeah. I put my armband on. I had the little pin on or whatever. I came back to work, and the store manager goes, "What is this?" Right? I go, "Superman died today." He goes, "Oh yeah, I read about that in the news." I go, "Oh yeah, this is the black armband." He goes, "Today it's okay.
Oh, okay.
Tomorrow off." So yeah, he was actually cool about it, and so I wore my black Superman armband while I was at work, and he didn't, he said it was okay.
Back then.
Yeah, Superman was a real good book.
Yeah.
Dan Jurgens was writing it at the time, and
I like that.
I mean, this one was, I think, Simonson. I think did Man of Steel.
Yeah,
I think.
that's back when they were. Was that when they were doing the 4 issues of the different titles, but one each week?
One each week. Yeah, they had the triangle numbers here.
Yeah,
so
that's right. So they had
which
Adventures, Action, Superman. I think there was one other one I couldn't.
Yes, Man of Steel, maybe.
Man of Steel.
Yeah, and then you put them in the. They put the triangles.
So you know which order to read them.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's when Superman was really good.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, it's bad now. Yeah, but it hasn't been good for a while. It was good when Jurgens retook it back over, when they started either doing the beginning of Reborn.
Oh yeah.
It was really good. But then Bendis comes and says, "Oh well, sorry, Dan. Bendis is going to take over that." And unfortunately, he just ruined the book.
He did.
Yeah, Bendis ruined Guardians of the Galaxy. He made it so it was not readable.
Right.
And again, I was one of the biggest Bendis fans, and then I'm not a big Bendis fan anymore. He just slowly made it just like, I don't know, stuff's not interesting anymore. It's not good.
And you know me, I love Legion, but I can't read his Legion.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, his Legion, and you know me, I don't like Legion, and I thought that was one of the worst Legions I've ever tried too.
Right,
it's
at least you'll try at least one issue maybe.
Yeah,
that one was bad.
Yeah, I always try picking up a Legion and just trying it and hoping that someday. I think Abnett and Lanning was the longest I ever read Legion.
Right.
And then even after that, I was just like, I don't care. I still didn't care, but I think I made it like 5 or 6 issues with Abnett and Lanning.
Right.
And I think that's the longest I ever made it with Legion. So, but I mean, I think Bendis's Legion, just issue number 1 was unreadable. That I wasn't reading anymore.
Yeah, I agree. It was pretty bad.
Yeah. But like I said, a lot of his, but so like I even tried I think it's Joy Operations that's come out, and he's doing his own stuff for Dark Horse now. And he's bringing all his other stuff to Dark Horse. Yep. Didn't care. I didn't even try it. I don't even care. Yeah. If he starts redoing Powers, I'll try that again, because I've always liked Powers. United States of America, or United States of something, or whatever. I think that was his too, which was really good. If that comes back, I'll read that. But yeah, he's not my go-to guy at all, even close to anymore. Yeah. Now it's for hey, what's up?
Justice. After you came to DC, and my son loved the cartoon.
Yep.
So I said, I'll get it. You can read it. And I read it just because I wanted to see what it was like. And it was awful. But he read it. He was like, this is crap. Yeah. You agree with me, because he's really a bad writer.
Yeah. Take that 5 of 5, the 5 of 5, throw it in a set for $5. It's Go ahead.
No, that's rude.
No, I'm thinking of having you do it.
Me do what?
Say, hey, monkey, get take these and put it as a thing. Man. So I was trying to be kindler and gentler.
I'm union.
But you weren't allowing me to be kindler and gentler anymore.
Monkey shake, monkey bag, monkey board.
Look at that, huh?
Yeah. That was nice.
That was really cool.
I wish we had it on film of you carrying these boxes in.
I was going to say, if that long box is full, I bet I couldn't lift those 2 boxes together. He just lifted them up and doing nothing.
Well,
What? No. Don't go there.
Look,
I admitted it. So you can't shit on me.
Well, no.
Lift the box, get a free comic. I'll lift the box.
He carried those both in from his car.
There's a little bit of space. It wasn't completely full.
Well, still.
You still, but there's bags of boards, so you couldn't do it.
I already admitted that.
Well,
Didn't
we
I?
know that.
You can't shit on me for something I already admitted.
No, but you says I could have. But why?
I said I couldn't.
We all knew you couldn't. You don't even
I'm
tell
just
anyone.
admitting it.
That's like just coming out and stating the obvious. We know.
No, someone might not have known.
A 7-year-old one-legged one-legged kid could pick up these 2 boxes before you could.
7-year-old man, right?
Yeah, 7-year-old one-legged kid.
7-year-old,
You're next.
1 year man.
You're next.
Thank you for pointing out the inconsistencies in Glenn's story. Who is a 7-year-old man you speak of?
Yeah, one of those ones that aged backwards.
Yeah, that's Benjamin Button situation.
Yeah.
Side note, I would like my Batman t-shirt to have a picture of James Pattinson on it.
Of course you would. Little sparkly Batman.
Ooh, that's an idea.
Yeah.
Have sparkly Pattinson with like a superimpose the cowl on him or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a t-shirt right there.
Yeah.
And then Batman got died. Kelley Jones is Batman in the movies.
Let's hope it never happens.
Oh, come on.
With that long
I'll
cowl.
be the first in line.
Kelley Jones. That guy,
Love Kelley Jones.
he ruined the look of Batman.
Nope.
He ruined the look of he did Venom. Remember he did a Venom story?
I don't think I read that.
It was possibly he did it
Didn't have
with
big enough ears for me.
he probably did it with one of the worst I think he did it with one of the worst writers in the history of comics too, and Noceni. I think
Kelley
it
Jones
could have been
wrote
Madness.
Venom, huh?
One of them, it could have been Venom the Madness. I don't remember. One of them did it. It could have been Andel Cine that wrote that, but yeah, he did a Venom one too, and the tentacles of Venom just were like Batman's cape. Awful.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna read that someday.
I remember I met Kelley Jones up in Maine at I went up to a comic convention up in Maine, and it was him, and I don't remember the writer. There was a writer of a book there, and this was again when comic conventions were good. It was all about comics.
Yeah.
You know, you didn't have yahoos dressing up, getting in everyone's way.
Right.
You didn't have actors from TV shows showing up to do autograph stuff. They did different shows for that. They did different shows for that. All you had was comic artists or writers at shows, and usually it was 1 or 2 guests, and that was it. Kelley Jones was in. I can't remember the writer, but I remember I came up with a book, one of his Batman the Demon books, and it says, "Hey, and this is when they would actually do sketches for you too, little sketches for you for free, because." You know, not every dickhole in the world. Right. Well, no, they should charge you because everyone only gets it autographed and sketched so they can sell it.
Right.
So, you know something? They should be paid for their work. But back then, people wanted it because they were fans and they just wanted something. And I get it. You did it for free. That's what they did. So I went up and I says, "Hey, I'm not a big fan of your Batman work. As a matter of fact, I don't like it." And he looked shocked, like right. And I go, "But could you draw something else in this book when you sign it, please? But not Batman. I don't like your big giant cowl."
How did he make it giant? Was it like big ears or?
Oh yeah, the ears would. He couldn't even come in through the. He couldn't even come through the door here. Hey, how you doing? He couldn't even come through the door. You have to duck your head. His cape would still be down the street. You know, it's yeah. It was just over exaggerated.
In other words, awesome.
Right. So we looked off like, yeah. Could you maybe draw death or something? I don't think you could mess that up. You know, it's and the right. I don't like I said. I don't remember the other guy that was with him started cracking up and he was laughing. He goes, "Hey." He goes, "See, you're not the greatest that you think you are, you know." And then they busted each other's balls for a little while, and I talked to him about 20 minutes. He got it. He goes, "Hey, not everyone likes my style. I get it." You know, he wasn't offended by it. I wasn't being a jerk. Like I was saying, "I hate you. You're the worst." I just says, "I don't like your Batman." Yeah, you know, it's
You just made a
You're
grotesque
allowed to
noise.
not
Yeah.
like a thing.
right. You're allowed, right, and you're allowed to tell someone that is that. I mean,
How could you fight crime
just
in
don't be
that?
rude about it. And I wasn't rude about it. So believe it or not, that's who I had. That's who I had. Kelley Jones draw for me was death on was death. I go, yeah, I don't think you can mess that up by making up big anything on her. It was a female character that had no costume thing. It was just, yeah, can you draw death? So he did. He did a great job. It was an awesome looking thing, and I don't have it anymore. I don't have it. There was someone in here who loved when I first opened up the shop, who was a huge Kelley Jones fan, and I said, you know something, I have something at my house, and he was younger, you know, I mean, and he just started collecting, you know, so he was in his teens, but he was just started collecting maybe a couple of years earlier, and he goes, oh yeah, he goes, I got something. I go, hey, I got something at my house for you. And so I gave him the Kelley Jones with the death sketch in the demon book. I just gave it to him. I said, here, then you'll like this. So yeah. So I mean, it still went to good. You know, they're just sitting home in my collection. At least this kid's gonna appreciate it more than me. Yeah. I just brought it up with me because it says, oh, there's going to be someone here, I'll just have them sign something. And again, back then you weren't thinking, hey, this could be worth anything. I didn't care, you know. It's like
just a memento.
Right. Yeah, this is from the main convention, and that's it. It was a memento, right. You know, it wasn't like, oh, we're going to make money off of this. So back then, like I said, they were all those guys are gracious and giving you a little hand sketch or whatever. And I don't blame any of them for not wanting to give you a sketch now, because everyone, I mean, these people they're going to a convention, they'll get something sketched before they even walk away from the table. It's already been pictured and it's thrown up online for sale. You know, so they should make money off it.
Dean, the dance. John Cena wasn't available because he was doing something else at the time. Her boyfriend or husband at the time was the guy from Resident Alien. He stood in for John Cena during that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Know the guy from Resident Alien?
Alan Tudyk?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, what? He stood in while they were practicing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's actually a video of Alan Tudyk doing the dance.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I wonder if they have that on YouTube somewhere where we could see that. That guy's a riot.
Oh yeah.
I love Resident Alien. I think it's a great show. Oh, yeah, he's I mean, it's a little different from the comic. I never really cared for the comic except for the last series. I started reading the last series that came out, and I really enjoyed it. I says, man, why didn't I like this when this first started? So I think if I go back now to the beginning, I probably like the book. But yeah, I think the TV show, it's on the second season now.
I think I watched about half the first season, then I lost interest. But I want to get back into it, but I just one of those things where I stopped watching it for some reason. And I just
He's so funny as the alien, you know. It's his laugh.
A joke. I'm a very funny person. Okay, good.
So Alan Tudyk did the. No, what? He's married to the choreographer?
Either married to her or dating her or something. He's some relation to the choreographer.
Yeah.
Who did the choreograph that scene.
They did pretty well for people who aren't professional dancers or anything. It came out pretty good. John Cena was okay. Never thought I'd ever say that, because I think there's a good chance I probably never rooted for him in a wrestling match. I mean, I wasn't watching wrestling again. I got out for a little while for his earlier stuff, but yeah, I don't think I was ever rooting for him. Yeah, I probably was rooting for him against Brock Lesnar when he got killed by Brock Lesnar in, like, you know, I don't know, 42 seconds or whatever. But yeah, I don't think I've ever rooted for. I'd root for a dead squirrel against John Cena if they were wrestling, to be honest with you.
I actually stopped wrestling before I stopped watching wrestling before he got into it again. I don't think I watched wrestling since the Attitude Era.
Yeah, no, I stopped wrestling. It's like I never saw him first come into wrestling. I wasn't watching at that time. It wasn't until later that I got back into it. I stopped watching when they were ruining the whole ECW product and whatnot, and I stopped it, and they started shitting on Lance Storm. And I'm just like, all right, Vince McMahon does not know a good talent. I mean, he does, and he just ruins them because they weren't his talent. And that's that. It says, you know, they have Lance Storm mopping the floors at the WWE restaurant that they used to have in New York, and it's like, all right, this is just stupid. I can't take it anymore. And then I was gone for a while. When's your show?
April 23rd.
Concord, New Hampshire.
Concord, New Hampshire. Yep. The Everett Arena. OldSchoolComicShow.com.
All right. Yeah. Little Giants.
That's it. We have Metropolis Comics coming, Comic Link. Golden Auctions, Zap Comics, Terry's Comics from New Jersey, or from California rather.
Oh yeah.
Short Box this coming from Seattle. Whatnot is set up there. They're pretty hot right now. Harley Yee, Super World, James Payette, David Adams, Nerdy Girl, Skeleton Key, like CGC, CBCS. You name it, they're going to be there.
Yeah.
It's a big show.
Yeah. No, think about it. You've got people coming from all over the country. I mean, you're talking Washington, California, and stuff,
There's
right?
a dude flying in from Australia for the show.
So you get these guys coming from there. I mean, and this is a comic show. Like a real comic show. But I mean, think about it. I mean, you usually hear people flying in because I'm doing a New York show, I'm doing a Boston show. You got these guys coming in for a Concord, New Hampshire show.
One day,
right?
Concord, New Hampshire show.
Yeah, which shows you that this is the show. This is actually the show to be at.
Well, Metropolis Comics, they're the #1 vendor in the world for comics. They have like 5 copies of Batman 1 right now, and like a 9/2 Amazing Fantasy 15. They're coming to my show. That's crazy.
Yeah.
They set up at like San Diego, New York Comic Con. Like, you know, they went to a convention at the UAE, somewhere before COVID, obviously.
Yeah.
But they're huge.
Right.
And for them coming to my show.
Yeah. What is that? I mean, I mean, your show has respect amongst a lot of the big time stores and vendors and whatnot. You know, I think that's incredible that you've got these people where they're traveling
nuts.
for that. Yeah. I mean, because this isn't a show that does cosplay, or you have a guy with 14,000 pops selling root beer or something. You know,
No
it's
pops, no root beer. It's just comics, comic book artists, and comic book art.
I mean.
That's it. You can't join a lightsaber training when you come in. There's no gang of pirates.
Yeah.
You can't get greeted by pirates. There's no parade or photo shoots. It's comics.
Yeah.
Man. It's comics and art.
And that's what's
Jim Steranko, Al Milgram, Mike Royer, like legends of the industry. That's who comes there. It's pretty fun.
And you know, if I was still going to do shows or coming to shows or whatever,
You've been invited every year.
You have invited me every year. Yeah, you have invited me every year. I've turned it down, but that would be the show I'd go to. I mean, that would be the show I'd go to because it reminds me of the shows that I used to go to before they became. Oh, let's go to a show.
Pop culture festival.
Yeah, right. Instead of a comic show. I mean, I go to a comic show not to see Walking Dead characters, or not to see wrestlers, or not to see to say if I want to go see wrestlers or Walking Dead characters, I'll go to those other shows that do that thing. I go to comic show because I want to look at comic books, not get bumped out because of a cosplayer that I can't get to look at comics because they're standing in front of everyone's booth. You know?
As a vendor, it used to drive me crazy when like 30 Deadpools would line up in front of my booth for a photo shoot. You know, or in the middle of the aisle, you got 100 Harleys, and half of them are half-naked men dressed like Harley. It's kind of crazy to me, and I can't do any business that way.
Right.
So as a vendor, I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
You know, as a comic fan, I don't mind seeing that stuff.
Right.
You know, I like it like the next guy,
but get out of my way.
I'm a comic book guy, so
Right.
this show has been crafted as an elite comic show for the comic collector.
Yep.
You know, if you like comics and comic book art, and you're not there to see cosplay and join in a panel or a parade, then this is your show, man.
So the day that you ever see me at a show, it'll actually be yours. It'll be your show.
Hopefully you'll be set up there.
Yeah. Hey, baby steps. Maybe I'll come and visit.
We'll put the Merv Griffin set, like from Kramer.
Yeah.
When Kramer had it on Seinfeld. Was it the Merv Griffin set? I think he got something like that. Was it Merv Griffin? Yeah. Oh, he had the couch and everything set up like the TV show.
Yeah.
It was funny. So we'll set you up a little futon, a shag carpet, maybe a disco ball.
Do some pictures.
You can interview people.
Yeah.
We'll get Frank Miller out there.
Yeah, we'll tell him how great he is. Maybe if you get John Romita Jr. there, I'll be there. Okay.
Fisticuffs. You hit him with the Will Smith slap.
Yeah. He may hit me with the Will Smith.
He may.
Yeah. Yeah,
All right,
you've been abusing me for years,
He's coming, I think he's coming to somewhere around here. Terrificon, maybe?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Yeah, so you might get a chance to see him.
Yeah, I may have to see him. You
Take
know,
a road trip down, and we're
Yeah.
giving away passes to that show in the VIP
It'd
line.
be nice. It'd be nice if he. If he made a trip up here. We you
It
know.
would be.
Yeah.
It would
Yeah.
be.
And, you know, I'd still be. As much as I trash on him, I'd still be honored to meet him, and I would love if he came in and he did a sketch or something. You know what I mean? It's even though I do make fun of stuff a lot, and his art now, I don't think is anywhere near as good as his art used to be. But
Seems rushed now.
yeah, it does, and but you know something. He's still a legend in the business, and from what I hear, he's a nice guy. You know?
I met him once.
Yeah.
I met him once, and he was a super nice guy.
Yeah.
He was tabling with Frank Miller. It was at New York, and Matt DeMasi and I went to see him, and that's when we got invited to Frank Miller's home,
Yeah,
which was kind of cool. But he was sitting at the table with Ramita Jr.
yeah.
They were super cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And from what I hear, he's a nice guy. So, I mean, I only make fun of his artwork. I never make fun of who he is or what he does. You know, it's
It's like Liefeld. Everybody trashes on Liefeld. But the guy's made a hell of a career out of himself.
he sure has.
You know?
Yeah, he sure has.
And he's not a bad guy. I met
Yeah.
him a couple times.
Yeah,
I wouldn't bother him at 7 a.m. in the morning in line at Starbucks. I learned my lesson that way. I was like, bro, I'm just trying to say hello, man. I don't want an autograph. I don't want nothing. I'm just saying hello. He was like, it's too early, guys.
yeah,
To what? Say hello?
yeah. Right. What do you? Some
He
jerk?
thought we were fanboys,
Yeah.
like, you know, I guess stalking him. I'm like, bro, I just need caffeine like you, man.
Right.
That's all.
Right. It's not any different. I mean, you make eye contact with a stranger, you may say hello just because you made eye contact with them.
Exactly.
It's only the polite thing. It's only the
But
polite thing. To do.
he's a pretty cool guy. I've met him
Yeah.
a couple times. Yeah.
I've never been a fan of his artwork, though. You know, it's
no,
yeah.
nor have I. But
Yeah.
again, he's made a stellar career.
Sure has. I mean, at one time he was the highest paid artist in comics. He was doing Levi commercials or whatever, 501 jeans or something, or he was. I mean, what other comic creator was doing national television commercials? You know,
Yeah,
so
he
I
did
mean,
good. Good
yeah,
for
so
him.
yeah, so I mean, he was doing something right at that. He was doing something right at that time.
I give kudos to anybody that can make a buck doing what they love, man.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, and I'm trying.
Yeah.
So we'll see what the show happens with the show, and the store's coming soon.
yeah. We'll see.
We'll see. All right, brother.
All right.
Take care.
Yeah, I'll see you later.